So everybody's been talking about this gorilla business. This is kind of a late video, but this is my thoughts on it. Um, People on the internet kind of like to not get to the point. Okay, the point is there's a kid in danger. It's an endangered gorilla. They have to try to do the best that they can. Okay, um, you could stop and think, yeah, tranquilizers, this and that. But when you're in the heat of the moment, it's kind of hard to evaluate everything, every possible um, option, right? It's unfortunate that they had to kill the gorilla. They felt it was the best choice. Sometimes the best choice at the moment is the worst choice, or not necessarily the worst choice, because um, some of my friends are like, oh, you could trank it. Why did the kid fall into the thing in the first place? Where were the parents? Yes, all of that does matter, but at the end of the day, the main thing is that there's a kid in a moat with the gorilla, and the gorilla is dragging the kid. Some people talked about tranquilizers. We don't know how long the tranquilizers could take to affect the gorilla. I know for a fact that if I was a gorilla and I was dragging some kid and people shot me and those things didn't work instantly, I'd be pretty cheesed. I'd probably like throw the kid or something. I don't know. Some people argued that even if they had tranquilizers, if the gorilla passed out, it would have killed both of them. So, um, as in like the gorilla could have fell over on the kid. There's no way that kid's picking up that gorilla. The gorillas are huge. Um, Ultimately, my stance on it is it was pretty bad because it is an endangered gorilla. You know, it's there in the first place so that they could help it repopulate and bring it back to the wild. But if you think about anything in this world, we always look out for people first. Doesn't matter how bad the situation is, you're going, or people are generally going to look out for the lives of other human beings. It doesn't matter how stupid the parents are. That some people say, like, I'm not saying the parents are stupid. I'm just saying the parents are kind of careless. You should, especially in a zoo, especially in a place where something that crazy could happen, right? Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't expect their kid to fall in there. A lot of these kind of instances are rare. People don't expect stuff like this to happen. So even with the zoo being able to notice that the child was there and deal with the situation, unfortunately, how tragic it is, they did a really good job, and people need to remember that. The problem with internet arguments are like people always move the goalposts. Like people are posting stuff like, um, you're talking about a dead gorilla, but look at all these like 20,000 cows slaughtered, or the meat industry dominating stuff. People going into like humanitarian stuff and veganism and animal rights. It's kind of crazy, but to stick to the point, just to stick to the point, it's sad that they killed the gorilla. The kid's not dead, so it's a win-loss in our eyes, but I think it's necessary that it got the attention that it did. So places like zoos, and other places that kind of entrap animals, as bad as people argue, oh, zoos are inhumane or whatever, they're still trying to do something, and they're doing the best possible that they could do. So if anything, you have to kind of look at both sides and try to evaluate it. Yeah.